if we are using a if they are not login currently, or if they are the new buyer, someone recommended that Ribbon is the good platform to use, but they are confused like how should I go, like they navigated to our application from somewhere, like they have navigated from Shopon. So they come up to Shopon with Ribbon, but they don't know what to do next. If someone is coming at the first time, what they will do, they will go and figure out how we can get the sport, or we can contact to the sport team, and then we can proceed further. So what we can do here, we can have some introduction template, either in the form of we can have like some pages that we drag. Usually we see like on any of the application, when we start, they say like click next to go to this is the main page, this is the marketplace page where you can find out all the vendors that are in the Ribbon. Then they can how we can place the order. Then we can also add some links to those pages, like if you want to see the live demo for that specific functionality, we can have that. They can just click and go to that specific page and watch that video, like how they are placing the order, or how we can get the help from Raps like in placing our orders. So that will help them to manage our application at their own without our support team, or like they will feel better like it's their first time and they are just like doing wow things on the application and placing the order.
So adding the second point in the same line, like we have the enhancement around that Sanjay already providing, that we have the templates ones and those things. For example, we are coming up with, we know our like 27 top functionality in our applications, and we are on a particular page. For example, we are on the marketplace page, and we know that these are the functionality that will be affected, like affected by these people, like they can search around, they can make like the orders, items and those things. We can enable the bot with those functionalities, making the video by on, and we will decode that. So it will be help as a user will search something in that and it will redirect to them, and they will navigate to them that this is the functionality, how to use that, and there will be text as well as speech. So a person who is the 80-year-old, they don't need to even like see that screen, they can like hear that what we have to do. And if user is making some mistake, then screen will automatically redirect to them that you are searching the wrong thing. We are not supporting that. If a user is like searching for the email, we are saying we are not supporting these characters. We are not supporting for the email. You have to select with these things. So it will improve these things like in the enhancement of the search events, these things.
Okay, can you elaborate on that a little bit? So it's an 80-year-old.
Yeah. So an 80-year-old person who is searching on our website, now he's stuck like, what happened? I search for this one, for example, I am taking .com. I use this one and I search in our website. So our search method that we are working, that will show an alert in the form of the speech. That will show that you are searching the wrong word. You have to search with the brand name of the person, whatever we are allowing them. If you are searching something different, that will allow immediately. And we have all the alert in the form of the speech. For example, order get placed, something search, successfully get. So it will like, for example, in the Paytm we are using right now, we are saying that we receive 25 cents, whatever we are proceeding. So we have the feature in our application as well, besides having that screen pop up to show the improvements. Like a person who is like 75 years old, they are not always in the visible mode of like they can see all these things. They can hear easily, and like the beep sound can be having like your order get placed with the amount whatever it is.
Yeah, so we just added this because we are targeting the people who are like a 60 plus, 70 plus, and majority will be the same, that the old age people. So we are saying like if we show the alert, it just pop up for a second or less than a second. We cannot keep the pop up on our screen for more than 4 seconds, 5 seconds until they stop complete the reading full alert. It will get disappear and they will be like what happened. They are not sure about those things. So we can have those voice alerts there, and that will make that will help them to understand like whatever things are happening. It's okay if order is placing or like any success alert, but in case of failure alerts, they will be at least have the knowledge like if the payment is failing or whatever reason something went wrong, they know the reason. Like if they are contacting with the support team, they don't know like what to say. Then they just say, I was on this place, I was placing order or doing my payment and it got failed. They don't know anything else that could help the technical team to dig more or find the root cause of that. So we need to spend 4 hours, 5 hours or probably a day to figure out what was the root cause. If they know the exact reason with that thing, they can help us out to figure out the root cause as well.
Okay.
So this one was for the people like who are the part of Ribbon, who are already registered on Ribbon as a buyer. But now will come on the buyer, those are not registered yet. So what we should do for those people? Usually we see like any retail application, we allow them to see the products, see the price, we allow them to place an order, but just before confirming that order, we ask for the details for the buyer. Hey, if you are trying to confirm the order, you need to fill up this detail or register on our application. Let's suppose I am the new buyer. I do not have any wholesale business experience and I do not have any contact, so that because currently we are bounded up with the agencies, we can only have buyer who is associated with any agency. So but if I don't know any Kina, any AM or any other shop on, so what I can do, like I can go to meetribbon.com, we can have a functionality where we can allow them to register on Meetribbon itself, not only on the agency or trade show. Then we can help them to subscribe according to their need. Like if I am doing a business in the fashion sale or whatever sale, we can recommend them like if you are doing this art fair, we have a art fair agency. If you are doing a trade show, we have a shop on trade show agency. You can subscribe to any of the trade show or fair or any of the agency. That will help agencies to grow their business, as well as that will help buyer to find the things that they are looking for and to grow their business in wholesale market.
So adding the one more point in the functionalities point of views, as a new buyer is, for example, we are having all the unauthorized screen on our like Meetribbons. So if user is on the SOFON and user is not even logging, so right now we are restricting the user to, they just can see their profile, like for example the marketplace, they can search the order, but we can't beyond those things. We are always saying that you have to log in first and those things. So we can allow user to write an order itself here. The functionality should be that they can write an order and they can send a notification to the vendor for that one, for the sales rep for that one, without even like logging in the screen. For example, I am a new buyer and someone recommended me for the you can be like having the sale from the SOFON. I am coming here, I have to go first, register there, and all the information I have to fill, then that is the process part and I have to come for. And here like we have like Meetribbon itself is sending this buyer to SOFON on behalf of the Meetribbon. So we can have like they can place and order those things, but after that they can provide the minimum information that we have to just require for that placing an order, those things, and they can place and notify to the vendor, the salesperson.
But without logging in, they see all the prices.
Yeah.
They'll be okay.
And they need to be registered for it, right?
I'm saying now, no.
They-
Like,
they
for
say
example,
public
this is the limitations. Like now, for example, Kina don't want to show the prices, but we can have in future, like in coming days, the trade show they are like open to show their prices and those things. They don't have any kind of problem. Then we should have a functionality that new buyer, if he associating with us, that we can refer to them to the new agencies, new trade shows, that they can be on those platforms without even restricting them.
But wholesale prices are not Like they are there are some privacy terms of point of view in terms of wholesale.
That's why I'm saying in future if some trade show agency
they
is
themselves
If they open, okay.
Open
Yeah,
the
that makes
prices.
sense, yeah.
and then it should be like they can be have their own orders
Mhm.
without even.
Okay, cool.
And now we will come on vendor side, like how we can help vendors to grow there. And so I'll start with like our products. That let's suppose if a buyer have added few products in the cart or search for some specific product more than 3 times 4 times, so then we can add an alert pop up for the buyers like hey guys, hurry up, these products are getting out of stock. If you want to purchase, place an order, or let a rep or vendor know if you want those products. That will help them, because sometimes it happens we like the product, we add into the cart, and sometimes we forgot to place that order. It's in the cart, and we are currently we are sending the emails, but it's not sure if a 80-year-old person or 17-year-old person will check out their email regularly. But if they are on the side, they are using the application, they will definitely get recognize the thing that hey, these are the products I have added before, but forgot to place an order. So second thing we can add on those so like during shows, whenever we have some trade show going on or we are doing some hybrid shows, we kind of if agency or vendors are willing to have some discount, like on Amazon we have Big Billion Days, or any other fashion sale or whatever sale we do on our retail applications, we can do the same on the wholesale. Why we cannot do? Because anyway we are giving a discount at the same time when we are placing the order. We ask back like we are giving a 10% discount. If vendors are willing to agree on things during the show, like or the wraps, like they say like we are giving everything on 10% sale. Why don't we add a banner or using a CMS, like we add a banner advertisement on the main page or marketplace page, where whenever buyer visits we say like hey, this vendor, any vendor that we have in our application, they are giving their products at 20% off. Go check them out. So they will get like attracted by the things like hey, this is the kind of thing that we need. Like if they are doing business in the like a clothing or anything, or I am going there for clothing itself, then I'll see like hey, these are the 20%. These are giving 20% off. So why not should I try this new vendor as well? Even I have some link, or I have already doing business with other vendors. So they will go with those, and that will help vendors to attract the new buyers. That can help them to sell more on during the show or the.
So the example I have provided by the Sanjeev for the CMS. So we are thinking like right now, every time we have add some functionality, we have to rebuild all those things. We are not talking about it. We are talking about the CMS, from where we can provide all the accessible to the agency rep, admin one. They can add their banner what they want, where they have to skin show. For example, for a particular vendor, they want to show on the vendors like store one, on the marketplace space. They can save those things on their own local. As they will click save, that will start to reflect on our applications in the form of the CMS.
Okay.
We don't even need to go beyond and to take all the bills again and again. And that will be for the particular, if we are targeting for the SOCON, that SOCON will be the different things, and for the KINA will be different things.
Okay. Can you elaborate what you mean by they'll save it on their local?
For example, I am logging as a admin, and I am managing all the reps and those things. So I am having already the screens where I am saving all the information. I am selecting all the colors and those things. So I can also from their advertisement all the banners and those things what we are doing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that will be start to reflect on our application.
Gotcha. Okay. So you basically providing CMS to
Yep.
the admin to be able to upload
Yeah.
and
So they can
those
directly
promotions.
show promotions, all those things on our applications.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we'll talk about the wraps and admins. So majorly we saw like the major issues besides like admins or rap for admins and rap. First is reporting. Second thing we'll talk about commission. Or third thing is products. And fourth thing is order placing. So reporting is a thing like whenever we download any report from our application, it seems like if they are trying to download the report for 1 year or more than 1 year or 2 years. Let's suppose I have a app, I wanted to check out the total sale for the 2 years or whatever things like a specific thing I need to check. What I will do the whole report download for that specific thing. Let's suppose we have 20 fields